hostility. Carla's death had hit Rodney equally hard. Close friends of his would recognise the impression that it made on his own life and how it had intertwined with guilt of not having done more to protect her. The only reason they had driven to the Ridgely, Brunswick bowling alley that night was because they weren't allowed to access the restrooms at the Taco Bell. Furthermore, Rodney regretted having neglected to properly engage the car's door locking mechanism. Others who knew Carla were beyond devastated. It was difficult in a community like Benbrook to believe that something so brutal could happen there. Many of our peers were frightened, yet simply couldn't conceive of a fate that went beyond the kinds of kidnappings that took place in movies. Through the investigation that was to ensue, Carla's family as well as Rodney would strive for the closure that to this day still hasn't come. Jim and Cindy, Carla's last surviving siblings, had promised their parents that they would bring the killer to justice. Though Leighton and Charlene Walker have since passed away, laid to rest with their daughter in Greenwood Memorial Cemetery, they are still determined to make good on their promise. That is it for part 1 of the Carla Walker case. In part 2 there's so much more to cover, including the investigation into Carla's murder, along with suspects, and also a very recent update of the case. I'm talking about as recent as 2019. Be sure to join me in 2 weeks for that one, you're not going to want to miss it. Now, if you know anything or have any information on the death and murder of Carla Walker, please look in the show notes for details of who to contact. Also, don't forget to join me on my social media pages, handles are in the show notes, and be sure to check out the Patreon page, also in the show notes. Well, that's it for this episode. Until next time, I've been your host Dan, and stay safe out there.